What's up, guys? Welcome back to another backyard simulator video. Today we're doing something a little different. We're starting off a new series, if you will, of the top 50, not ranked by me, but I found a list, top 50 9-hole courses in the world. So today we're starting with number 50. This is just going to be for days where I can't get a full 18 in, so I'm going to go through the list, play the 9 holes that are supposed to be really good, really highly rated. Number 50 today is Wawashkamo in Michigan, the oldest golf course in Michigan. It's supposed to be a very highly rated 9-hole course. Not as much options tee wise with some of these. There was only for this one regular tees or forward tees, so we did regular tees. Gonna see if we can put up some decent scores with these 9-hole courses. Should be slightly easier, I would think, than some of those TPC courses and the courses similar to what we've been doing with the tour schedule and the live schedule. Just a quick rundown, like I always do, using the Garmin Approach R10 for the launch monitor / simulator. The simulator software is on my phone using the Garmin app, and this is Home Tee Hero that you're seeing. Everything within this app, from what I found, outside of 100 yards. So within 100 yards is pretty accurate, but everything besides 100 yards is about 2 clubs short. So you'll hear me going through some of the yardages and adding basically the 2 clubs, 20 yards onto everything. Using the Country Club Elite mat, you can put tees into it. I can hit down into it a little bit, save some of my elbow pain and tennis elbow that some people get. We have now 4 10x7 nets. Hopefully those hold up. And added a new old driver to the bag that we're trying out. This is actually the same driver I had about 3, 4, 5 years ago. It's the original Rocket Balls. I originally had the 10.5 in regular flex. My buddy has that one now. After I had the RBZ Black. I still have that I was playing with that you've seen in the other videos. So this one is a 9.5 degree. It is a 65 gram stiff shaft. The grip is not great, but we'll eventually get that re-gripped, and which should be relatively easy. I'm going to try to do it myself, but picked it up used online. So far so good. I've only hit it once, so this should be interesting with this today. I have it raised to the higher loft on the adjustability. From my understanding, with the higher loft, that helps close the club face a little bit. So when I was testing it the other day, I was hitting drive straighter, and from what I could tell, it could just be I was excited to use it, but I was about 20 yards longer with this club as opposed to my other one, which was cut down close to an inch shorter than this one is. So a little bit longer in the shaft. The shaft is a little bit heavier. It seemed like this original head was a little bit bigger. It seems a little lighter, so I don't know, we'll see. Along with that, a couple other new hybrids that you've seen in the 56 degree. So enough talking, let's get into it. Wawashkamo in Michigan, first hole, par 5, looks relatively straight. We're gonna put driver out there, see how it goes. Only hit about 10 8-irons before hitting this, so didn't hit driver, didn't hit any wedges, so could be rough, could be really good, we'll see. That one's coming out left. Definitely left. So we've got 270 home. Still got all the club heads on my cover, or club head covers on my clubs. I have to take some of those off. So 270 home. We're gonna hit a 3 hybrid up there. This is another one of those new clubs I was trying to explain. I caught myself on the TPC Twin Cities video. I was saying, which is still true, I need to figure out some of the yardages, but I had a brain fart and I was saying 170, 140, 130 instead of 240. So I'd rather plan on these clubs, I'd rather play them as if the yardages are a little bit longer than what I'm actually going to hit them. Just so I'd rather be 10, 20, 30 yards short versus 20 yards over a green or into the woods or something. So I'm planning on this 3 hybrid to be about 250-ish. I think that 250, 260. I think the 4 hybrid will be 220, 230-ish, maybe 240. And then I have a 5 hybrid that I'm planning on playing about 210, 220-ish. So I also picked up a 3 wood. I was hitting that pretty good. Still don't really have a decent idea of what that's gonna go, but here we go. That was low. Hopefully not into that tree. Yep. So 193, we need the yardage again. I'm gonna go to the 4 hybrid. This is gonna be close to, with the 10% for the rough, that's another basically 20 yards. So we're looking at, it's gonna be close to 230, 240 with the 20-yard shortage. So 4 hybrid this time, hopefully put something close. That stroke killed us into the trees. Caught that one fat and to the left again. Hopefully it comes back a little to the right. All right, enough talking with the prerequisites. Gotta get into some better shots here. So 35 yards, 1 down. We're looking at 34, 10%, which is another 3, so 37. Gonna go with the 56. Choke down 56. See if we can put something in that inner circle. The outer circle around the green is, there's no putting, so that's +2. +1 if you're right by the pin, and then sometimes if you're right on the edge, it'll give you +3. Should be about 30 yards. That was left. Oh man. And long. Real field today, actually here while I'm playing, is close to 100 degrees, so I have a feeling some of these shots I might be swinging a tad quicker and they might be going a little longer than if it was 10, 20 degrees cooler. So we need 15 yards here. It's in the middle of the net. 12 yards +2. That's gonna be kind of a rough score to start. Probably a double. All right. Not great so far. See if we can straighten out the driver. Hit a couple good hybrids here. Second hole, par 4. Pretty straight again. 350, relatively short. We're gonna aim up that way. That was a better drive. Should be relatively straight. Probably turning over just a tad to the left. So we've got 109 home. We're in the rough. So up 1, we're at 110 plus another 10 yards. That's 120 plus another 20. So we're at 140. That's going to be a full pitching wedge. See if we can catch this clean, get back on track with the scorecard here. Hit it good, came out a little left. Sit, sit. Okay, good number there. Should be a par, or +1. 1-2, that's a birdie. All right, got back one of the strokes from that double that started on the first hole. Third hole, par 4, looks relatively straight again. Gonna put driver out there. I don't think there's much to worry about hazard-wise, which is always nice. I have found when I was testing this driver, just when it came in the mail the first day, like I mentioned, seemed about 20 yards longer, probably because of that loft and I'm hitting it straighter. But the biggest thing was with me being able to raise the loft, I've been hitting it significantly straighter, which is always good off the tee to find more fairways. That felt quicker. Don't want to keep putting pits in the face. That one had, it looked like I splattered a bug on there after I hit that. There must have been a little bit of wet dirt either on that club face or on the ball before I hit it, but pretty good drive, 81 yards, so this should be pretty accurate within 100. We're looking at a 52, right about a 3 2/3, 3/4, 52 here. Like I mentioned, granted that first hole wasn't great, but I should be able to score better on these types of courses versus St. Andrews or those type of courses that the pros are playing, that they make them intentionally difficult. That might be long left. That could have been closer to 100. Yeah. Not ideal, just cost us at least a stroke there. So we've got 15 yards plus another 1.5, so we're looking at 16.5 here. Just a little chip with the 56. Hit it fat, that's gonna be short. If it picks it up. We make it inside the +1, squeak out a par. All right. Fourth hole, par 3, moving right along. So we're at 107, 106, plus 20, we're at 126. That should be a choke down, about 3/4 pitch and wedge here. Struck it pretty clean. Hopefully it's a good number. Didn't fly it too long. All right, a little long where we're on. That should be a par. I would like for some of these 9-hole courses that, again, should be a little bit easier. I want to start putting up some numbers that are right around close to par. No real putting, which is either good or bad depending on the day, but I should be able to put up some numbers that are close to par, if not under. Granted, there's going to be obviously some courses and holes that I blow up similar to the first hole, but 5th hole, par 5, 462, looks relatively straight again. Gonna go driver. Crazy thing about this driver, similar to basically the 3-wood and those hybrids all match. These came out in 2012, so at the making and the time of this video, they're right around 10 years old, which is kind of crazy technology-wise that they perform as good, if not better, than what I was previously using. Not terrible, not the best strike. I didn't catch it very clean. And we got punished distance-wise with that one. So we've got 244 minus the 10. We're gonna aim up here towards the green, and we're just gonna hopefully hit a nice clean 3 hybrid up there. Come up just a tad short. I've only had these hybrids for about 2 weeks now. So, as I mentioned, I think it'll probably take me close to this whole year, if not into next year, to start hitting them with somewhat consistency. Caught that one heavy, but it was straight. I've been so used to just using 4-iron and those low irons. This is a little bit different. Ideally, I'd like to get to the point where I can just hit 3-wood right off the deck with some good yardages out of it. But so we're looking at 88 up 4. We're in the fairway, so no power reduction. So we're right at 92. That should be pretty close. Just a slight choke down, 52 here. Right around 100 yards, I start to debate whether I should take somewhat of a full swing at a 52 or choke down a pitching wedge and do a little bit more of a lower flighted, more controllable bump and run type shot. Caught it a little thin. That might be long right. Ooh. Alright, it was right, but not exactly long. We'll take that. It might be a birdie with the +1. Alright. 6th hole, par 4, another straight one. Seem like pretty narrow fairways. Some of the 9 holes around here are pretty narrow, going crisscross back against each other, not the big wide fairways that some of the larger courses have, but that's alright. We're even through 5 holes, we'll take that. Hopefully we can finish it off strong. Get this one started again. I need to, now that I'm hitting the driver straighter, I'm kind of, with this new driver, I've almost eliminated, well, I don't want to say that completely, but I've at least minimized the big huge slice to the right, at least somewhat, so I need to start learning to either aim straighter or slightly up the right side and then have it turn over towards the left or just stay straight. That one definitely started right. Will it turn over for me? Stayed pretty straight, but we'll take that. That's what I was seeing relative to when I was testing it on course. Who knows with the driver? Some of them, the driver swings seem accurate. That was either 277, that also could have been 287, 297, closer to 300. Who knows? But that's what you get when you're using a budget launch monitor like the Garmin R10 as opposed to a GC Quad or a TrackMan. So we're in the fairway, 30 yards, 29. Came out left hand. I keep doing that with the wedges. Hopefully a decent number though. Long left. That's a stroke and score killer right there when you're within 100 yards and you just missed the green. So 13 minus 10. We're looking at around 14, 14 and a half here. Let's stay within the 1. +1. Do we squeak out another par? Alright. We stay even through 6. 7th hole, par 3. We're looking at 222 plus 20. So we're looking right around 240. We're gonna give a teed up, slightly teed up 4 hybrid a rip. And see if I have a halfway decent grasp on some of my yardages with these thus far. I tested them, I came out here and I was hitting them, I hit just the hybrids, but granted I'm not the most consistent with the swing as most of people aren't, but my 4 hybrid was going almost the same distance as the 3, plus if you factor in the 20-yard shortages, it's kind of tough to get a real accurate reading without kind of playing with it a good amount, both here and on course. That one might have been hung out to the right. And well short. So that was closer to, I didn't hit it great, but that was closer to 197. Should have hit the 3. So we're looking at 43 yards here. I'm gonna opt for the 52 because I have a little more experience hitting that. Ultimately, this will be a 56-degree shot, but came out left again. That's going to be a bogey, I believe. See if we can squeak out maybe a birdie and a par, stay even for the day. 8th hole, another par 3. 220, so basically it's the same shot. I guess we'll go slightly teed up 3 hybrid this time. See if that makes any difference. This might be, I might be 10 yards over, or even 20 from what these numbers are actually going to be on course. So this could potentially, instead of hitting a 3 here, this could be more of a 3 wood versus a 3 hybrid type shot. But club twisted in my hand. That wasn't great. That's going to be short. Pretty terrible. We got to get closer than that on these par 3s. So 58 yards. Gonna go 52 degree again. Hopefully get it on the green. Came off all right. Hopefully a good number. Sit. Oh man, that might be a 3. +2. It's another bogey though. So now we're +2 through 8, I believe. And the 9th with a par 5. Hopefully we can make a stroke back or 2 here. So +2 through 8. We've got a pretty big dog leg to the left. We're gonna aim up here with the driver and ideally have it turn over a little bit to the left. Have a nice clear second shot into the green. Came off pretty straight. That should turn over to the left. And it didn't. It stayed straight to the right. We're in play though. So we've got 240 all the way home. That's 260. This would be a really good opportunity for the 3 wood off the deck, but I've only hit that probably less than 10 times total, so we're gonna opt for the 3 hybrid, see if we can actually hit one good. And it's fat again, and I came out left. Hopefully it turns back to the right. Nope. Pretty poor striking so far with those hybrids. Almost better off there. Could just stick with the 4-iron. So we've got 77 up to, which is 79, plus another 7 or 8. So we'll call it 87-ish, 86. Should be about a 3/4, 2/3-ish. Choke down 52 here. Been hitting these long, so I'm gonna aim for a little bit more conservative shot, just hopefully a tad short. It was kind of thin. All right, we'll take that. So that was 1, 2, 3 plus 2. It's probably a par. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I thought I was just gonna have us end. I guess it's making us go around again. This is only a 9-hole course, so this should be, I believe, the 10th, or the first hole again, rather. But we're gonna stop there, because this is only supposed to be 9, so we ended up with through 9 holes, a 38, a +2, par was 36, so pretty good. Besides that first hole, we had a 7, and we went birdie, par, par, birdie, par, bogey, bogey, par, which is not too bad. Only hit 2 out of 6 fairways, which not terrible, not great. I'd like to be more 4, 5, and 6, obviously, but greens and regulation 4 out of 9. Also not terrible, but would like to be closer to 6, 7, 8. 13 putts has because we put a couple within that inner circle, which wasn't bad. So Wawashkamo, Michigan, oldest course in Michigan, number 50 on the list for the 9 holes. Put a little bit better. Again, easier course, so I was kind of expecting that, but +2 will take it. So until next time, guys, that's all I have today. See you at the next course.